Hello, everybody. Uh, so this is actually the second in my race series, um, from rookie to Rathpith. Um, the first series, though, I had some technical problems where I didn't have my mic working. So I gave like an hour of commentary as I played through, and only to find out that none of it took, which was kind of a bummer. But that's okay. This race is actually a Descent Champions race. Um, I've never done one of these before, so this is going to be a big learning experience for me. I haven't really read too much about them other than to know that there's not really any town. You kind of progress through these areas, and then you encounter bosses. So in this provisions chest, there'll be some things that I can use. Uh, there's nothing there's no reason in this to pick up things that you absolutely won't use because you're not going to sell anything. Uh, and it lasts for 40 minutes. So we're going to see how far we can get. It is a hardcore race. So if I die, if I rip, it's over. Um, Last race, I did make it to level 15, which was cool. But didn't really, I wasn't really that high up on the leaderboards. So, but, I'm new to racing. So yeah, I think my plan is to do pretty much what I did last time. In the last race, I went lightning tendrils. I did end up throwing in flame totem because I got the Aberith's wand that has some pretty nice buffs to flame damage, fire damage. So I ended up throwing the flame totem in there too, and I was doing some pretty good DPS. So we'll see how it works out. Hopefully okay. But I'm not going to go at like breakneck speed or anything here because I'm just trying to learn. So here we go. So we got some skill gems here. Normally I would just pick everything up, but we're going to be running lightning tendrils. It might also be a good idea to pick up like magma orb and freezing pulse to level those as well. Got a mana flask here. That's good. We'll go ahead and pick up these scrolls of wisdom, and we're probably going to run this. Want to run this driftwood scepter with the lightning tendrils in it. We'll get this set up for that, and the twig spirit shield to increase our spell damage. We'll keep these gems around. Actually, let's go ahead and put the freezing pulse into here, so maybe we can get some levels going with it. And we're off. So a lot of people already dying here. Okay, nice. So we can pick one of these. That's a pretty strong candidate since we're going spell damage. Gnarled Branch also, because it would make our lightning tendrils have a bigger radius. But I think we're going to go with this wand. This wand. So, yeah, we'll put that in there. Now we can go ahead and sock it in our magma orb. Damage is 14.3. We'll go ahead and take the magma orb off. We're not going to be using that, so, and we'll just drop that. I don't think we can. Can we take something out of this? Ah, we can. Oh, well. So what do we want to grab here? Probably this helm, I'm thinking. Yeah, it seems like it's the best. I mean, the shield might be alright too, because it does give us some life, but let's go with the helm. Alright, so now it's open, and we're off. Here we go. It's kind of scary, isn't it? So I don't know what I'm doing, really. I'm just going to try to do my best and see how I can do with this. How are people already dying? How are people already ripping? I mean, I know that they are pushing themselves pretty fast, but I'll see somebody's already level 4. In the time that it took me to bullshit, it's like, hey, I'm level 4. Well, I could definitely see somebody ripping here if they weren't careful and exploded all these at the same time. Oh man, I'm so used to having a Quicksilver that I keep on hitting my 3 on my mouse. So there's level 2. Excellent. So as with other races, most of the same rules do apply. You don't typically want to single out mobs. You want to go for complete packs. So I'm thinking, let's go ahead and pick this up so we have some mana regen and a little bit of extra life. And then we're probably going to head into the elemental damage, just to kind of buff our damage up. And we're basically going to be relying on the fact that I'm not a dumbass to not rip. And also luck, I suppose you could say. So we're not going to pick up that plate vest. Wearing a vest actually does slow your movement speed down even more. So, yeah, we don't want to do that. So, this will be the second area, the Croaking Halls. So we got a chest here. We're going to go ahead and pick up all of this money, just in case. Coral Ring is a good find. These flasks are also good. We'll grab the sash and the amulet. I'll go ahead and take these as well. Molten Shell could be good if we got like a cast from damage taken. I mean, I guess I could actually just run it now when I hit level 4. So I'm not of level for these yet. Okay. I could just you know, hard cast it, which could be really good. I probably am going to want to go ahead and be leveling that flame totem. It could be a little bit of extra offense, which would be handy for boss fights. Situations where I could drop it and then maybe run away. The problem with these plumed chimerals here is that they don't really want to play ball with me. They want to walk around a lot. And they also have suppressing fire, which makes you shoot slower. So, alright, we're now level 3. Excellent. Good job, team. So we're going to put our point as soon as we can into elemental damage with the intent of, Jesus Christ, this is taking a really long time. Of buffing our damage up a little bit. So here we go. Gives us a little bit of extra mana, which is also very welcome. So we got a golden chest up here. I like these swarms. This gives some good EXP, some expa. No, probably not any reason to pick up any of that junk. We're already running some better stuff than that. Pick up the Scroll of Wisdom though. Really would love a Quicksilver Flask or a movement skill. Could see that being pretty King Kong. Love them crits with lightning tendrils. I think that's probably a lot of why I enjoy the actually enjoy the bit playing it, just because the crits are so visceral, just very gratifying. So there's some magic gloves we'll definitely be picking up and throwing on. Throw an ID on that real quick. You know, something is better than nothing in this case, even though the lightning resist, not necessarily something that we really need at this point. As I understand it, the elemental resistance malices for like Cruel and Merciless come in later floors. So I think there's like 15 floors is what I read. So I have read a little bit. If I told you I didn't, I guess I fibbed a little. But not really enough to get any kind of a good feel for what I'm actually supposed to be doing. So let's drop this here, and we want to go ahead and get this life flask in here, and this mana flask, we'll dump that. And I think we're going to want to go ahead and sock it in Flame Totem and put it on Q for extra damage, perhaps. And let's put, let's go ahead and sock it in Molten Shell, and this could be a better, a little bit of a survivability thing for us. So these leapers suck. So the way Molten Shell works is when you take a certain amount of damage, it will explode and do damage to them. It also gives you increased armor in that time period. So it's a pretty good defensive skill. Alright, so another chest. We're gonna pick up all this because you know, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, so raised zombie, we definitely don't need that. Goat hide buckler, I don't think we're gonna pick up. It doesn't really have a base that would be advantageous for us. See, Hellman is doing his thing, of course. Should watch him. He could teach me how to do this. Teach me how to be pro, Hellman. Alright, so now let's get our molten shell up because we're definitely gonna pop that. We're taking a lot of damage here. There it went. Too bad nothing was around us, huh? Let's grab this. Let's just keep on moving. I mean, try not to engage single packs, but we don't want to take too much on at once. That could be very rippy. Padded vest? Maybe. But likely not. So we're still moving around, not a lot of move speed. Seems like maybe what we'd want to do is we'd want to try to get some move speed on some boots. Could be a gamble, though. But I could see it paying off if you were able to land it. Alright, so next level. Shrine of the Pagan God. Let's go ahead and throw this out here. Get our flame totem down. Okay, so this is a boss. Yeah, and he is pretty tough. Looks like he's gonna rip us if we're not careful. Okay, so we leveled. That's beautiful. So let's move back over here, and I want to go ahead and drop that in there ASAP. So what's going to be our strat for dealing with this guy, because he does a lot of damage to you if you're right there on him. We could drop our totem, but look how much damage that thing is doing to the totem itself. We can carefully try to get up on him, and Jesus, look at the damage. But then try to, I guess, move back away from him, because he's sparking is the problem. Well, I mean, a lot of things are the problem here, but anyways, now we're back up on him. I think the key here is just to be careful and to step away and get some more flash charges. We don't want to be so close that we're getting nailed with a lot of the sparks. But at the same time, we want to be close enough to where we can farm some of these guys here, so we can grab up. Looks like he's doing a lot of damage. So yeah, come on guys, come down here. I'm sure there's like a better strategy for this than what I'm doing, but I don't really know any better. So there you go. Is he doing more damage as he gets lower on health? Kind of makes me think that is the case. So we stand around the corner over here, drop a flame totem. How's that? Okay, he's like, I ain't having that. You done got smart with me. It's like, F you, big boy. That's funny. Alright, so let's see if we can't finish him off. Alright, he's done. Would be a shame to rip now to those sparks, which we didn't. Good. Book of Skill. What's that? Ah, 2 passive points. Schmantastic. So let's go ahead and pick up that goat's horn. We'll check this out. Let's take a little quick stock here. The tribal maul is not going to be anything we're going to use. This could be. No. I mean, this is better. +1 to level socketed fire gems. Huh. That would work with Flame Totem. And then a goat's horn here. Oops. No. So, what do we want to do here? Let's take this twig spirit shield here and let's alch this. Let's alch this thing. So +1 to level socketed fire gems. That's definitely where we want to put our flame totem. Can we recolor it? No, we don't have any chromatics. That is the shit. Is what that is. The shit, I say. Let's make this. Okay, that's fine. Freezing pulse. I don't think we're gonna end up using this, so let's throw it down. Okay, so this is probably where it's gonna get really bad because I think this is now cruel. It still says normal. Oh, we need to spend our points, don't we? Alright, so bam, bam. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Let's hit this chest over here. Alright, so we're still doing some pretty good damage. I think our big concern here is going to be just staying alive. Staying alive. Because we want to get packs that are big enough to give us some good experience, but we don't want to overtax ourselves and put ourselves in a situation that we cannot escape from or handle. So I think that's probably where a lot of people end up getting themselves in trouble with these things, is they just do things like that. They bite off a little bit more maybe than they can chew, and or maybe they just get some bad luck. I mean, that can happen too. We will check that out and that. So pop that chest. All right. So we're gonna pick up Retribution. Okay, and bump, bump. We need to be keeping our flame, our magma shield up here. Molten shell, sorry. No. Sure. I mean, it's, we can't wear it. We don't have the required level. So when we have the required level, we'll toss it on. Ooh, okay. I'll take a jeweler's orb out of a bone pile. Alright, so, yep, there we go. Got a few people here. Probably a lot of people turning out for this. I know Descent Champions is one of the more popular race formats. You know, I've never done it, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong if you don't like racing. It doesn't make you any better or any worse of a PoE player if you don't race. Well, even though some people would probably have you believe otherwise. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. There's no wrong way to play PoE. So. Alright. You know, I think we're doing okay. What is this? What is this? A curious chest. Okay. So, yeah. Maybe we should use this on maybe that. Okay. So it's increased fire damage, some life. Okay, that's fine. And then in turn, let's just turn around and do this and see what we get. You know, I kind of want to. I'm gonna hold this just in case. I'm gonna toss that. Toss that. I'm gonna hold it because you know, if it just proves like we need more. Oh, fuck you guys! Seriously, I don't like you guys at all. Now this is where you could be ripped real quick. See, these guys are just a pain in the butt. So what they do is they're gonna pop up. See, they pop up, and then they'll melee you, or they'll shoot those stupid fire orbs at you. So you just don't want to get. You just don't want to get. You don't want to like. Basically, you just don't want to hang out in one place for too long. You want to like stick and move. And see, it's not really working too well. If I had a little bit more movement speed, it might be a little bit better. So is there anything here we want to loot? Boots, yes, probably. Probably this chainmail tunic. So what we could do is we can hit it with this. Strength and mana. Not necessarily the best. Can't wear them yet. That's okay. We'll just hold them. We'll just hold them. So this is monster level 10. I'm level fucking 7. So let's get some life here. I feel pretty undergeared. I'm scared. I'm scared, Sarge. Lieutenant Dane, you ain't got no legs. Who's that? Let's drop a flame totem. Just like, you know, a little bit of supplemental DPS, because, you know, it helps. Now, see, this is not what we wanted to have happen. We didn't want somebody to come into this fight that has no business being in this fight. You had no business being in here, Mr. Spider. So I want you to see your way out. Thank you. This is between me and this person who I've never seen before, and apparently she can res spiders. Or maybe they just popped out. Alright, so just die, please. Alright, so I've never seen her before. Not that I can remember. Okay. Just more spiders. More and more spiders. Maybe she was like the boss of the area? I don't know. Alright, so let's see. Chain belt, maybe. Pick up this vest, this wand, this circlet. Topaz ring, definitely. We want to look at that. We want to look at this gold ring. The greaves, probably, and probably these gloves. And and the slippers. A lot of this stuff we want to look at. So let's just take a look at it. Because we don't have any boots. We'd love to get some move speed. So a lot of this stuff we're not going to be able to wear because we don't have the right level, which is kind of funny. So we're definitely not going to use those. Okay, it's got some good life on it. We're not going to use that. Okay, let's check this out. Car's level 8. It's got some mana, some energy shield, lightning resist. I'm not sure if it's better than that though. Okay, that's definitely going to be an improvement for us. We'll keep that around. And that's trash. Trash, I say. That's kind of poop because it rolled physical damage on it. So it's not really going to be something we're going to use. Even though it is higher level. Could have been better if it had actually rolled spell damage instead of physical damage. I think it would have been definitely worth using. But as it is, it's not very good. For what we're doing. Okay, so this is a dead end. Dead end. We're keeping this molten shell up. Just because I'm scared. I'm scared, Sarge. I don't know what movie that's from. Maybe Forrest Gump. You ain't got no leg, Lieutenant Dan. Oh boy. Here comes fun. We'll probably just try to get the fuck away from you. Well, since they're not blue, it's not a big deal. The other ones were blue. So we're just gonna nuke them.
My mana is spent.
He's spent. He says, I'm spent. Alright, anything worth looting here? I think that's probably part of this is being able to like quickly tell exactly what would benefit you the most. You know, that can be pretty hard. I mean, I'm sure that the more that you do it, the easier it gets. I'm sure it's definitely something like that. But you know, I've been playing PoE for quite a while, and it's still kind of hard for me to know. You know, I'm sure you could probably. That's trouble. That's troublesome. We want to drop that totem down for sure and get our molten shell up. Maybe the totem will take some heat for us, which it looks like it did take a shot. Our molten shell went off, that's good. So we got him down. We might check that scepter. Oh, wow, that was almost really, really horrible. Like, let's check this thing, and then here's the devourers. Have fun. While they eat your face. Let's go elemental damage. So these guys can be pretty tricky, the black dogs, because they will puncture you. So if you get in a bad situation with them, they're basically going to cause you, like, you can't really run away, but you can't stay there. So that would be pretty bad. You see that? I twitched a little bit there. I was like, I need to pick that up. It's tri-linked. You know, I'm in map mode. You know, I've been in maps. I pick up all that stuff, so that's what's going on. Another large mana flask is helpful. Let's grab these rawhide gloves. It's about time to check out this stuff. So we can wear these now. Let's throw them on. Are we going to wear this? Are we going to wear this? We can wear this for now. We're not quite the level for that. I don't think we're going to wear this. and this. Let's check that out. We only got one scroll of wisdom left, so actually let's check this out because our gloves are kind of a weak piece, and those aren't very good. We can't wear that yet. So I don't think 25 strength's pretty good, but we really need that life. We'll hold this around. Level my 9, so he's double my level. Double. You know, that's cool. But you know, I mean, he's a guy that's, you know, he's been racing for a really long time. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's the best. He's Hellman. Don't fuck with him. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and go there. You know, there's probably a better way to allocate these points. What's this? So I could choose. I can go Burning Cave or Haunted Dungeon. Let's go Haunted Dungeon. It's creepy. Oh. Alright, Spirit Stormcall. I don't really know why I picked that up. Searing Bond could be okay. We'll keep these rings. We got an Orb of Alchemy here. So if we got like a wide item that we think looks pretty swank, we can drop that on there. Perhaps one of those rings might be worth doing it on. Searing Bond is pretty strong, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to stick with the Flame Totem. Seems to be doing pretty good auxiliary damage. And we'll just keep our eyes open for a nice base white to throw onto, get that Alch onto. Will be our play, I think. So we're going to want to kill these guys and then probably come back over here because I see... we don't want to pick that up. See, I'm punctured, which is bad. You don't want to move. It's good that it didn't happen in a situation where I needed to get away. So, and these guys back here are just pin cushioning me. But they did give me a scroll of wisdom. That's good. Okay, we want to drop that. What level are we? 10? So let's drop this, summon up this, and go to town. Okay, come back here. Let me slay thee. Alright. Armor scrap. Okay, drop our flame totem and do some work. Carved wand, 12% increased spell damage. Probably not good enough to warrant us alching it, I don't think. I feel like maybe I'm kind of committing the same sin that I had last time in the last race. I'm maybe fighting too small of packs. So I want to grab that, and definitely that. Can't even use it yet, but that's okay. Let's get that going. Okay, so we leveled. Now level at 11. Where do we want to go with this? Probably up here to Light of Divinity, kind of like what we did last time. I mean, it's pretty similar to the exact same thing that we did last time in the last run. You know, Templar is a pretty good start for like any kind of an elemental build, just because you've got a nice mix of survivability and elemental damage at your disposal. You know, Marauder definitely is a bit more of a tanky start, and I did consider running Marauder. Being a new player, I thought it might benefit me a little bit playing something a little tankier, but you know, I really didn't feel comfortable knowing like ground slam. It's boring. You know, I still want to have fun. You know, so I was just kind of like meh. So I wonder if this is a boss. Hope we don't rip. Yeah, this looks like a boss. Okay, so it is a boss. The Brute. Okay, so we're gonna want to definitely gonna want to keep the flame totem down, and we want to be smart here We don't want to go too crazy with him because pretty sure he could rip us pretty fast. Looks like the Flame Totem is doing a pretty damn admirable job of kind of keeping him busy. Yeah, he hits pretty hard. We're not going to want to stand behind the Flame Totem perhaps like we normally would. Just simply because he's going to be doing that ground slam. We do not want to get hit by that. That is faux dang sure. So, I really liked the kind of synergy we had here with this pillar. Looks like he's speeding up as he's taking damage, which is a bit of a bugger. And we definitely don't want to move in straight lines per se. I think we're going to end up probably having to let our Flame Totem do a lot of the work here, because he is hitting really dang hard. So if he focuses us, okay, there he goes on the Flame Totem. Drop another Flame Totem down. See, it looks like he is definitely berserking. Ooh! I wish I had a Quicksilver Totem. Could be that maybe he berserks over time, maybe if you don't kill him quick enough. But I definitely cannot go toe-to-toe with this guy. At this point, no friggin' way can I go toe-to-toe with him. I ain't even gonna try it, bros. It ain't happening. Home bros. Oop. So we're gonna let our health tick back up a little bit here. For show. Oop. So I'm not sure about the actual mechanics of this guy here. He's a lot like the Warden. He's kind of like the Warden meets Cole. Yeah, he's definitely getting really big. What is your deal, dude? Just fucking die. Really? I mean, really? Alright, so that was the end of that. I'm not sure if he just gets... Alright, so he was getting Soul Eater stacks as he killed nearby enemies. So what was happening there is these little guys he was summoning, he was basically eating them. And so it was kind of a double-edged sword in that, you know, like you want to kill him so you can get some flash charges back, but at the same time, if you kill too many of them, he's going to get really, really hard to deal with. So I'd say this was definitely a learning experience. There's not really any point in rolling a new character. We are 30 minutes in, so you know, I mean, we could start a new character, but we're probably not going to get as far as we even did here. So we'll be on the leaderboard somewhere. You know, we'll be able to get a few points. It's level 11's not going to get me very much, and perhaps for the next time, maybe I'll be a little bit better prepared, and I'll maybe know a little bit more what I'm getting myself into. So, anyways, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this was enjoyable. And I look forward to seeing you for my next race. So, should be another race coming up later. I can't remember what it is, what style it is, but should be fun. All right, everybody, I will catch you then. Until then, game on.